surprising and, you know,
surprising that you did that you ate it.
Yeah, I really wasn't planning on eating turkey neck that day. So, you know, that was a really, you know, interesting time, interesting moment. I mean, I want to say this though about that particular scene and the making of the film. You know, they're just like moments, you know, as a documentary filmmaker, and I've made, you know, a few full-length documentary films now. And it was this way with Beyond Beats and Rhymes as well. Anybody seen Beyond Beats and Rhymes, Hip Hop Beyond Beats and Rhymes, anyone? Okay. So, you know, and Hip Hop Beyond Beats and Rhymes as well as Soul Food Junkies, they're just like moments where you're having regular conversation with regular people, and, you know, situations sort of emerge that you can't really create. You know, like you can't pay for it, you can't write it, you know, you can't script it, they just happen. It was like that for those of you who saw Hip Hop Beyond Beats and Rhymes, when I just, you know, randomly, you know, approached a white guy about his love for rap music, hip hop culture, and he wound up calling black people colored people, and it was like, you know, a really sort of memorable moment in the film. It's very similar to the scene with Mr. Muhammad, you know, where he, you know, was talking about eating salad and, you know, eating ruffins and all that stuff. You know, you know, it's just something just told me to ask him what about fried chicken? You know, because he looked like he might have some fried chicken. I just wanted to ask, you know, and so, but it's like moments like that you can't really buy, you can't pay for that. So, you know, when it happened, you know, it's good to use situations like that in your film, because, you know, most of the film is very serious, it has a very serious subject matter. I think humor is great, you know, in a documentary film. It brings levity and lightness, and it makes people kind of open up and respond. When you get people to laugh, you know, people can then kind of just, you know, breathe a little bit and sort of internalize the rest of the story and the message. So I think humor is very important to documentary filmmaking and to storytelling, because at the end of the day, you don't want to just bombard people with information and knowledge. You want people to have an experience with your film. You want people to enjoy your film and be entertained by it, but also be moved by it and be informed by it, and to, you know, to provoke thought too. So that's why I try to use humor whenever possible. And I thought Donnie Northern, I mean, I didn't even know that I was going to interview Donnie Northern, who was the gentleman who I interviewed in Baton Rouge, Louisiana. I had no idea I was going to interview him that day. I mean, the doctor who I went to interview, Dr. Ronnie Whitfield, he had some of his clients there, his patients there, you know, to talk on camera about, you know, I guess some of the work that he had been doing with them in terms of changing their diet. And he was there, and he was ready, and he was open, and he was honest.
That was the man.
That was the man who talked about being impotent. Yeah, who was impotent, and shared his story about being impotent. And so, like, when stuff like that happens, it's just like it's almost like to enter a spiritual conversation. It's almost godly, like it's meant to happen. It's been designed to happen that way. That's when I know that this, you know, like the film is meant to be made. It's meant to be done.
Absolutely.